Happy Wednesday, everyone. I am here today with my virtual CFO, Megan Dolly. Hello, Megan.
Good morning, sunshine.
How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
We were ready to go live, and this system was spinning and spinning. So we're like been dancing over here. We're excited to talk about this topic. It's a money day, right? We always like to talk about money at least once a month, but somebody should be looking at their money every day or every week, shouldn't they, Megan?
Depends. Like every day, that seems a little oppressive. Every week, we should probably have a touch base. Yeah, definitely every month. Like, did it go the way that I thought it was going to go? Do I know what's coming? Right? Like, historic is fine. You should definitely like have your finger on the pulse of that. But finding the calm by knowing what's coming for the next 3 months, that feels good. That feels good.
It feels so good. And when I tell you, this is one of the things I tell my clients all the time. Once you know your numbers, you're going to have an incredible calm about you that you know what to do, or you can then figure out how to get to where you want to be. But today we want to talk about the shame that a lot of people feel when they're spending money. And this happens a lot when people go into coaching programs.
Oh my gosh. Yes. So like so many times when a new client is starting with me, they start to like this is an expense and they try to justify it, right? And I'm like, no need to justify it. Just yesterday, I had a client who she's shifting her business a different direction. She has a new website, new logo, all of this stuff. And she spent like $1,200 on a logo and a new color palette. Not bad. Like that's pretty stinking affordable. And her web designer laid into her. Like, I can't believe you spent that much on a logo and colors. I could have done that cheaper. So then she has all of this. She's second guessing herself. She has this guilt about it. Like this logo and color scheme that she's so excited about all of a sudden is like taken down a couple pegs. And one, that really pisses me off that dude did that to her, right? Like if he's trying to dig up business for himself, that's the wrong way to go about it, right?
Always.
Like don't do that. But my job is to help her build the skill set so stuff like that doesn't affect her, right? Like that's somebody else's garbage. That's his own mental garbage that he's projecting onto you.
Yes.
My thing with money is, did you spend that money to harm somebody? If you spent money to harm somebody, yeah, there's probably some guilt and shame that should come with that, right? Like as humans, we are designed to love each other and to help each other. When you are spending money to harm, that goes against human nature. That's a bad way to spend money. Did you spend money on that logo and that color palette to harm somebody? No. It is something joyful that should be celebrated, right? Like there's this creative energy that should come with that of yes. And when it comes to like a coaching program, did you spend money on a coaching program to harm somebody? No. It's the potential. It's the creative energy behind that. There is good energy behind that. There is good stuff coming that you are like opening yourself up to, that you are willing to change and grow and become a better person when you put down money for a coaching program.
Yes.
Now, there might be some, like if you had some poor planning or, you weren't thinking through and all of a sudden, oh man, I should have used that money on groceries, like something wasn't protected, taken care of because you spent that money that you didn't have the foresight. That's a lesson to be learned, but not something that you should feel guilty and shame about.
No, because now she's going to doubt herself every time she goes to spend money.
Yes.
Right. But if she was happy about it and she liked the end result and she felt it was worth the dollar amount she paid, there's always cheaper and there's always more expensive. You've got to trust yourself to make a decision that's best for you. And there'll always be someone else. I mean, listen, you know that old saying, everybody has an opinion. Right? So sometimes you got to go la, 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 and not worry about anyone else's opinion and just follow your own guiding light.
Yeah. So if you know your guiding light, you know your perspective, things like that won't affect you. When somebody comes at you like, I can't believe you spent money on that. Well, Just because you wouldn't spend money on something like that doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to spend money on something like that. Our values are different. We're different people. We value different things. I was searching for something that you probably couldn't provide anyway, so your opinion doesn't count.
Yeah.
Doesn't
And
count.
sometimes you do have to say, and sometimes it doesn't exactly work like this, but you get what you pay for, right? So, and
Mhm.
I agree with you 100% that the guy who said, I can't believe you paid that much for it, I could have done it for cheaper. That is the worst way to grow your business. And if anyone is out there listening and you're in head to head competition with somebody else in your industry for a job, never ever put the other person down. Never. Just
Oh, I
say
made
no.
more sales. I used to sell furniture, right? Like that was my first job out of college. I worked strictly commission. I worked at a Haverty's and there was a Rooms to Go, like right across the parking lot from us. And people would come in and other salespeople would be like, well, it's not kiln dried wood and you can smell it when you go in there. And people would ask me, like, different price points for different people. It depends on how often you want to change out your furniture. It's
Yes. Right. What quality do you want? How often
right,
do you want to
right.
change it out? What do you have to spend? What are you willing to spend? And what do you value different from whatever somebody else might value? I actually, this one story, I always tell it when it comes to having a limited money mindset. I was an art consultant for 17 years. So I used to go into people's homes with the interior designer to sell artwork. And one time a designer called me and said, don't bring any real art. This client is not going to spend a lot of money on art. I can't she won't spend money on anything I suggest. Everything she's nitpicking price. And I said, okay. As we're getting ready to leave for the appointment out of my showroom, which was in my house, I told my assistant, put all the artwork in the car. She's like, but the designer said the client's not going to spend money. I said, put the originals in the car, put the giclées, which are the reproductions, in the car, put the framing in the car. She said, all right, but the designer said this woman's going to be a poster person. And back then I used to sell posters. I didn't do that for the whole second half of that career. We go in, I have my poster books because I always respected my designers and wouldn't do anything they didn't want me to do because I represented them when I was there. She's looking through poster books and all of a sudden she just closes it and goes, Nancy, do you have any real artwork? So I look at the designer. I'm like, I happen to have artwork left over in the car from yesterday's appointment. It's in the car. Do you want me to bring it in for her? Because she seems to be interested in something more. She's like, sure, bring it in. Woman ends up doing multiple pieces and then one custom piece, spent a fortune. And I said to the designer, it goes to show you, don't decide for people what they value. Just present, right? So she kept saying, I can't believe she spent that much on artwork and she wouldn't spend that on her sofa. Which is more important? And I'm like, which is more important to her is what's important, not which is most important to you. Right? Mm-hmm. So she would have felt like shaming the client, but of course she didn't because she was a good designer, into like, why did you spend on this and not on that? So I think this is an incredible lesson. Like, don't assume your spending habits and what's important to you is the same for everybody. It's really so different for almost everyone I know.
Right. And I'd imagine like perhaps that client felt like they were supporting an artist. For one, they were supporting an artist. It lined up with their values of something unique that somebody else doesn't have because I have the original brushstrokes on my wall. Whereas a sofa, other people are going to have that sofa, some fabric configuration of that sofa. It's functional, it's pretty, it's good enough. But my wow factor is that piece of art and the story that comes with it.
Correct. It was the emotion that the artwork evoked because it was the custom piece we did was based on a memory she had with her family, right? So imagine people shaming her and how much she spent on artwork. She didn't care. She had the confidence. And I that's why I'm telling this story. She had the confidence to say, you know what, this part's important to me. That part's not. So when you are deciding how to spend money on growing your business or in your personal life, try to block out everyone's opinions and just sit with yourself and decide, is it important enough to you? And do you trust the person you're hiring to get the job done? And leave all the guilt and shame off to the side. It's just unproductive emotions when it comes to money.
Yep. And it's practice, right? Practice makes nearly perfect.
Yes.
Just like setting boundaries, Just like anything that helps you grow as a person, there's some growing pains that come with it. Practice.
So what did you say to her when you saw that she felt shame and kind of rocked her confidence after this guy made her doubt herself? What did you say to her?
Honey, I just spent $3,200 on a new logo and color palette, and I'm thrilled with it.
There you go.
Nothing. Like, and I asked her, do you like your logo and color palette? She says, yes, I love them. Why does he get a vote?
Oh, I love that. Why does he get a vote? That is literally the perfect thing to say. Why does he get a vote in how you spend money? I like it. All right. All right. So I'm going to leave everyone with that. Why does someone else in your life get a vote on how you spend money, and how do they make you feel guilty and shame when they really have no vote? I love it. I love it. All right. So tell everyone how to find you. I put a link. So if they want to kind of talk about their money story and what's going on in their business related to their money, they can get on the calendar with you, correct?
Yes. Come on over to megandolly.com. Things are actually starting for 2023 already. People want to start planning out 2023, what's in store for them next year. I love, love, love how proactive they are about it right now. So I'm here for it. Come on over, megandolly.com. Hop on my calendar, and we'll make magic happen.
Awesome. Okay. And I will be live tomorrow with my Thursday thoughts. And I have a really fun topic. I'm not going to reveal it. But it's a little interesting, a little fun, a little funky. So come join me tomorrow for my Thursday thoughts. And Megan and I will see you next month. Oh, and Megan and I will be at the IDS, Interior Design Society National Conference, August. When are we going? 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. And Megan and I want to try to plan a night where we can do a meet and greet with some of the people who listen to us. So you and I should plan that separately and put a notice in the groups to let them know.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we will plan a meet and greet, Megan and I live, probably at a bar or a
Oh
restaurant there in the hotel, but stay tuned. We'll figure that out and we will let you know, because it's only 2 weeks away. That's it.
2 weeks.
Okay, good. All right, everyone, go have a great Wednesday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, Megan.
Thank you.
Bye,